Thanks. So, it's kind of weird for me to say this 3 years later, but Statesmen was actually the very first choir that I was ever a part of. And it's easily been like one of the best experiences in my time at Rowan so far. And one of the things I've loved the most about it is the incredible variety of music that we have sung together. Everything from sacred music in Latin to Broadway. I think we might have even done a Beach Boys thing one time. But the pieces that always intrigued me the most were the spirituals. Now, if you don't know what that is, a spiritual can mean a few things, but what I'm talking about is a piece of music that originated from African American slaves. So these are pieces like Go Down Moses, Follow the Drinking Gourd, Elijah Rock, one of my favorites. And they are, to a lot of people, the very foundation of American music. So as an American composer, I found it very necessary to kind of immerse myself in that world for a while. So last summer I picked up 2 collections of slave songs, and I would spend hours just walking around my neighborhood or in a park and just anthology in hand, learning as many as I possibly could and trying not to trip and fall down, of course. And what amazed me the most was the sheer optimism and hopefulness that I heard in these songs, which, keep in mind, were written by people who, as far as society was concerned, were the lowest of the low. And yet, the music that they basically improvised and passed on to their friends and family and children sounds like it was made by some of the happiest people in the world. So I came across this little 8-measure-long melody called Be With Me. And you could easily miss it in this anthology. It was buried in the middle, and you could easily glance over it and never think about it again. But as I sang through it, something just struck me about it. It was something about how introspective it was. And even though it was such a brief little tune, I could tell that it was deeply personal to whoever the author was, and we'll never know, by the way, who the author of this tune was. So I fell in love with it and couldn't help myself but to try to turn it into a piece for choir and piano. And I presented it to Professor McKenzie, and he was like, I'm retiring soon anyway, so I guess we'll give it a shot. No, he has been, even though he hasn't been a teacher of mine outside of Statesmen, he's been an amazing mentor to me. And the hard work and dedication that he and the choir and Eddie have put into this piece is just the best thing ever. So here's a spiritual I wrote called Be With Me.